Hi everybody, my name is Merve Basdogan.
Hi everyone, my name is Meina.
In this video, we are going to talk about the topic of Week 2, Part 1, which is shifting expectations, changing opportunities and environments. Now let's take a look at our agenda. Yes. First of all, I don't know, maybe you have heard about it. We will talk about digital natives, and then discuss technology expectations from teachers. And we will finalize the recording with introduction to tip number 2, which is open hours. We are going to create a newsletter using Smore. First of all, digital natives. Meina, can you talk about us? What is digital natives?
So digital native was coined by Mark Presley in 2001 and many talk about the kids who are raised in the digital world and they live in the surrounding world surrounding with all kinds of technologies. Most of the millennials, they were digital natives.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think that you and me are digital millennials?
Are you curious about this? I would highly encourage you to go to this website. And in this website, you can test yourself how millennial are you. And after you finish this test, and then you will go to this result page. In this page, you can see the score of your millennial. And then I would ask you to make a screenshot with snapping tool and then upload this picture into your Canvas as an assignment.
Excellent. Okay.
And also we can see that in this digital world, the technology changed life a lot and your students may have more technology abilities than you, but you may know better than them how to use technology. So as a teacher, we also have the technology students for students and for teachers. So for students, we have computer science standards, have EAST standards, and for teachers, the standard will define the new skills and pedagogical insights, educate them to teach, work, and learn in digital age. We have EAST standard for teachers, and also we have EAST standard for computer science educators.
Yes, you may be asking yourself why computer science standards are important for you. It is important because last year, K-12 it was decided that K-12 will be responsible for teaching computer science. So as an elementary teacher or middle school teacher, you need to teach your students data and information, computing devices and systems, algorithms and programs, networking and communication, and their impact on culturally and socially. I'm going to show you the link which you can find these examples, standards. Let's select this one. When we click on the PDF version, you can see what are expected from teachers based on their grade levels. Let's turn back to the PowerPoint, and also we have ISTE standards for students as well. These standards require students to be empowered learners, good digital citizens, knowledge constructor, innovative designer, computational thinker, creative communicator, and global collaborator. In this chart,
so this chart shows that there are only 7 states have created K-12 computer science standards. And so as a teacher, there is a web page. I will just simply show you this one. So you can, if you are not from Indiana, you can click your state and then they will show the data in this state. Let's go back to our response. So here we can see that EAST standard for teachers, we have mentioned before, we have 2 here. And we will talk about detailed information about EAST standard in our portfolio week 14, week 11?
Week 11.
Week 11, yeah.
And here I have some examples. Because of our time limitations, I'm not going to show you them. You can watch them later. But I want to just show the third one. It is about how some teachers and schools apply ISTE standards in their schools. This example is from a kindergarten.
Number 1, computer. It's a completely different looking kindergarten student than it was 2 years ago.
I do Columbus.
The difference is they're able to do things that we didn't know they were able to do. Is this one you want on that PowerPoint slide?
Yeah.
The kindergarten students are building their background knowledge through read-alouds in the classroom and here in the library. And we took that work, and in the computer class, they're making PowerPoint presentations and inserting different forms of media, MP3 files, and images to complement.
Actually, I think you get the picture. Even if you teach in kindergarten, in somehow you can integrate technology into your classroom practices, and it is almost impossible to escape from these opportunities, these technological implications. Yes, how are schools changing to support students' 21st century development? I think you have already watched Lauren's video. You are expected to answer these two questions. Number 1, what stood out to you? And number 2, recall your memory. Is there any changes in your educational journey? Actually, I would like to ask these questions first to Meina. Meina, when you think about your memories in China in your elementary or middle school years, what do you want to share with us?
For me, when I were in elementary school, we didn't have computers in the school and in the classroom. But when I went to the university, each classroom we have computer. Teachers use the computer for their teaching, and also we have a computer lab. We can see that the technology changed a lot during that setting.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yes, in Turkey also, we didn't have any computer lab. I have I have learned how to use computers in my high school years. And also we don't have smartphones, tablets. You are more luckier than me, guys. All right, we have several videos again. They are very cool videos. It is again how you can make changes in your teaching practices, and some futuristic videos, one of them. Let's see. It is about how to transform your classroom using technology.
Investment in the education space has grown tremendously over the past few years. Today, the level of investment is over 10 times what we saw in the 2000s. And the investment is coming not just from the public sector, but increasingly from the private sector. One of the most promising areas is in the world of personalized learning. We all have jagged learning profiles. None of us are truly average. Through technology, we actually now have the potential to meet learners where they are. So content, instead of being presented in a monolithic or linear format, can be broken down and modularized and presented to the learner at the point of need, at the right time, at the right level of difficulty. Another area that is really interesting is in the world of data and analytics. We can collect an enormous amount of data, not only around a student's actual competency, but around their engagement with texts, around their engagement with different concepts. And teachers can engage with students much earlier than they otherwise would have when someone is struggling with a problem, and provide early intervention that can ultimately help with issues around student retention and dropouts. Another area that is exciting is in competency-based learning. Historically, we've had a factory model of education where people needed to be in their seats for a certain amount of time, and people had to go through one grade in order to get to the next. But the reality is everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. And through a competency-based model where people can take just as long as they need in order to learn a material nobody gets left behind, and people can learn at their own pace. So today, in a technology-rich world, education can be a process of lifelong learning. Teachers and students can come together at a scale that we've never been able to experience before. And that really broadens the ability of.
So as we can see that in this video, he talked about 3 ways that technology can transform our education. So first, we can personalize students' learning with technology, and also we can use the data and analytics data to adjust our teaching according to students' learning status. And also, he also mentioned that right now every student have their own learning ability and learning speed. So we can teach students according to their competency. As a teacher, I would like you to also think about how you can use the technology to transform your own teaching.
Okay, thank you, Meina. And the second video, it is fascinating. It is a futuristic video. It describes how your future classrooms look like, what it look like. Sorry. You will love it. Excellent. It seems that this hologram technology will be very influential in the future, very near future. All right. Although we don't have these advanced technologies right now, by using our own opportunities, current opportunities, we can make difference in our learning environments. I'm going to show you a brief example about a arrangement of a collaborative learning environment, how to make effective the environment for students. Let's take a look at it.
Guys, you ready? All right, here we go. And the first thing that hit me, we walked in the room this morning, was just how much light, how much space, how alive the room felt. What do you think, guys?
Very bright.
I was just going to say, it looks brighter already. I can see the light coming in. Wow, that's fantastic. Looks like you've reset up these tables.
Yeah, well, you'll notice that there's a lot more room to walk around. So one of the reasons we set up the tables this way is just that flow was a big thing missing from the classroom, and it's one of the most important things for collaboration and group work.
I like the way that everything was kind of like more organized, and there's a lot more space in the room, so it's easier for us to like walk around the room.
Are you saying your teacher wasn't as organized before?
No, I mean, well, maybe.
Yes. Now, It is the final video, I promise. It is actually about the introduction to your major project, which is instructional video. We will talk about the late details later, but today we briefly show it what is expectations, what kind of video you can create.
So this video is created by a student teacher. He is from Chicago, and he introduced himself to his students and parents by making a video. I hope you can enjoy this video and also think about your own.
Welcome to the fourth grade. So happy to meet you. Can't wait till I see you. Gonna have a good time. We'll learn about science. Find ways to apply it. And I bet that you'll like it. We're gonna have a good time. Welcome to the fourth grade.
Hello, I'm your teacher. My name's Mr. Reed, and it's very nice to meet you. I'm from Chicago. I love eating pizza and I dress to impress, but I still rock sneakers. It's my first year teaching, so it's all.
Yes, it's very fun. A good introduction to himself to students, maybe parents. And today, actually, in tip number 2, you are going to do something similar to that. You are going to create an online open house in order to introduce your teaching philosophies, how your future teaching will look like, how are you going to use technology maybe, in order to talk about them. Using smart tool, you will create a newsletter and embed this new newsletter to your teacher website. Actually, I would like to show you a few examples from previous semesters. Let's begin with this one. Yes, it is classmater teacher's website under newsletter. As you can see, she basically talks about who is Miss Hortwitz and how is her teaching will look like in the future, some photos, what is expectations from this year, or what are the supplies, school supply list. In another example, again, a brief introduction about you, some videos you can include, extra homework practices, and in the final example, it is for first grade. Again, most probably, she is planning to use one-to-one in her classrooms. Your contact information, if you want, they can be added to newsletter. After this screencast, you need to watch another one, the next one, which is Jane's demo on how to use Smore. It is very easy tool. After you have finished it, you need to embed it to your teacher website. If you have any problems, we are gonna talk about it on Wednesday class. For now, Meina, do you have anything to add?
No, just to try to finish your tape before Wednesday class.
Okay. Other than this, have a great holiday.
Yeah, have a great
See you
holiday.
later.
See you.
Bye. All right. Am I gonna say end meeting? Yes. And